Hey everybody, clearing. My phone had a little fall on the floor today, concrete floor and rainbows. I was going to sing This is the Dawning of the Age of Aquarius, but yeah, I did a little trial before I turned the video on. It wasn't good. It wasn't very good, so you're gonna get the regular prayer. Thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information coming through. What is it we can see for where the Divine Masculines are at this time? What is it we need to know? Okay, uphill struggle and inner child. So Divine Masculines are seeing how some of the struggle in their lives have to do with their imprinting, the misguided beliefs, the things they've tried to live up to. Make mom and dad proud, I just heard. All the things that seem like not a fit, that they've been trying to find their worthiness. They've been trying to succeed. They've been trying to figure it out, but it just seems too much. They're realizing that maybe they got it off track somewhere. They are starting to think life should be easier. It shouldn't be this hard. There should be more joy. And guide, yeah. So they're looking for a guide. They're looking within. They're calling out to the universe for interpretation. They're needing solutions. This uphill battle is just a little bit much. They're out of solutions in their own right. This is a humbling coming to God moment for many Divine Masculines. They can't do it. They are ill-equipped. I'm hearing them saying, I'll do anything, just show me what I'm supposed to do. Damn it. Okay, so let's get some clarifiers. How is this translating in the emotional spectrum for the Divine Masculines? We are getting, wow, we get the World, which is a card of ascension out of the material realm. We also get the card of free will, my card of free will, the Five of Swords, which is when we come into the awareness that it's got to be the way we look at things. When we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change. When we go from the 3D to the 5D, we see things in a totally different assessment. So Divine Masculines are at that gateway I just heard. With this in the neutral position, they are losing faith, disillusionment with the 3D. They're desiring true solution. They want to solve this uphill battle energy once and for all. So Divine Masculines, you are not wrong to want to alleviate the suffering and to say there's got to be a better way. Keep on that. That will not lead you astray. Burden, reducing to purpose. They are looking for the answer, not just a solution, but game changer, life changer, mission, purpose, soul passion. They want justice. They're not playing games anymore. They want a higher justice. Okay, Divine Masculines in this energy, what can we see for the emotions? Chakra Kabbalah, spiritual path, life lessons, and karma. So Divine Masculines, you are at the pinnacle of your karmic path. Everything that has caused this burden. The Ten of Wands for me also is the top of the karmic mountain. After having gone through these rites of passage, the Ten of Wands takes that karmic learning, translates it to the Ace of Wands, which is the new passion project, the new purpose-led idea or motion or direction to go in. And that happens when we qualify by overcoming certain karmic paths, certain karmic situations. When we come through all the stages of understanding that, it supports us to bring that solution to the world. So Divine Masculines, you are being brought through this karmic rite of passage so that you can be a way shower for those in the world that would need to understand how to do the very thing that you are overcoming. You're looking for a guide, externally, but you're also simultaneously becoming a guide. This is a rite of passage. This is a mastery level course in the nature of reality, and you are understanding the emotional keys that release you from the struggle and allow you to show others how to also do the same. On the conscious mind, what can we see for the divine masculines in this alignment of becoming the guide? Five of Cups, yes. In the reverse, this is the loving storyline that has been floating around the loss and grief and things that haven't worked out. This is the moral of the story, or the higher love, or the lesson in it. So these are the nuggets of wisdom that you're being asked to capture, to actually comprehend and see, to recognize the patterns, to be able to express it, to translate it, to share those triumphant understandings, which can just be, you know, memes or one-liners or humor, a way of looking at things that puts it into context, that can be served to others on a silver platter because you've been through it firsthand and you've brought back that wisdom. What can we see for the divine masculines that are beginning to see the value in, there's the card of the journey again, journey, exchange, transference. So cellular light, oh, and temple of eventual destinies with the journey. I'm going to pull that card up because it was just very obviously on the deck. So we do get that you are on the journey. Divine masculines watching this right now, this is where it begins for you to step into the life you were actually preparing for all along. This is you becoming the person that you have sensed deep within your cells, in your bones. You have known you were destined for greatness, for something more. You've had a calling on your life to be extraordinary, to bring light into the world, to show others the way. And this is your glow up. This is where you flip the switch and you go from grief to storytelling and encouragement. You go from burden to passion and aliveness. You go from struggle to being able to show others how to do this solving of those problems. This is your destiny. This was always your destiny. Everything that you have been going through, divine masculines, has been to prepare you to help show others what really matters in this dimension, in this life, in this world. And it is love, no matter how you articulate it or what paradigm you express it through, it's love. So let's see now what the divine masculines are going through in the physical. What is happening here? Hermit and High Priest, two major arcana. So this is basically getting the downloads, the transmissions from the higher knowing, from the divine, from the universe, from whatever you call your higher power, source, God, creator. This is the cosmic humor. Look at this High Priest laughing at the beauty, at the awesome understandings. Laughter is interesting. We laugh when we see something that we didn't see before, when something clicks, when we see a perspective that surprises us. That's where laughter comes from. And the cosmic laughter is when we see this on the big picture, on the biggest picture that the human can conceive of, this cosmic picture. The Hermit, when we get that love-based aha moment, look at, there's levitation. This Hermit is levitating. We get that when we are high frequency, lighter than air, when we're elated. So divine masculines, you may very well be having some major epiphanies. Not everyone's going to be in the belly laughter phase, but this is absolutely amazing because you are getting these amazing breakthroughs. to end struggle, to return to this like a child energy, to reconnect with your essence. Your God self and your inner child are one and the same. They are one and the same, divine masculines. And so let this be your guide so that you can guide others, that it is that simple. I'm hearing out of the mouth of babes. Let's get some advice for the divine masculines. For some, I'm getting that they are hearing little loved ones, cousins, children, nieces, nephews. There are children running around at this time of year, and the divine masculines are really seeing things through children's eyes right now, I'm hearing. We're getting acceleration, stimulation, and excitation. Yeah, there's a lot going on around divine masculines right now. I'm very much getting that they are just observing and kind of amazed at what's popping up around them at this time. It's really clicking, it's streamlining. Okay, what can we see for divine feminines? What is up in the divine feminine polarity? What are we seeing? What are we releasing? Okay, illuminate, create, and home. So divine feminines are on track for more of an output, more of an expression, more of a beauty, more of a teaching. Illuminating is to teach, it's to light the way. Creation is art. These are two of the highest callings that we can have. And divine feminines are being asked to come home into that energy as your divine birthright, to bring this stuff into the world, the innovations, the light, and to have this home energy, to be at home in your skin, divine feminines. So that is the autonomous motion. For many, this is not going to be a time of year spent directly with divine counterpart. This is going to possibly be a little bit more solo. If it's not solo, there's something about it that's very sovereign. There's an energy of understanding the sacred responsibility of the individual right now. As divine feminines, we are being reminded that we are sovereign, we are whole, we are capable, we are able. We have this capacity to birth incredible things into this dimension, and that we can do that in our own right through our connection to Source. So what can we see for the divine feminines? Oh, I'm getting my holographic cards. This is going to be a rainbow overload. What can we see for the divine feminines emotionally? Well, we are getting this King of Pentacles, the partner in the physical. This is a husband, life partner, entrepreneurial card as well, but it came out in the neutral position. So divine feminines, you are being asked to take a neutral stance regarding creations, life path, purpose, your mission, your light work, your process, your path forward, even living situation, and that home and hearth feeling. It's all neutral. It's not a no, it's not a yes, it's a balance, it's an equilibrium. You're being asked to not assume your counterpart won't show up. You're being asked to not assume that you're only going to come into connection. You're being asked to neutralize that and therefore bring the energy back to what is it in this moment that I can do to honor the sacred reverence for life, to be in the appreciation of this moment that I have been given life. What is it that I can think and feel and do that does that incredible blessing and gift justice? How can I honor this moment? So divine feminines, how beautiful. What can we get for advice for the divine feminines that are being asked to just see how amazing and radiant and creative and whole they are at this time? What can we see for the feminines? Discernment, discipline, and order. This is an 11 card, so you may be seeing 1111 or 11111. If you are, watch your thoughts. Be conscious of what you're thinking in these moments where you see the ones. That means your thoughts are manifesting your reality rapidly right now. And the guidance is to be in neutral position about living situation, about partnership, about business, about everything that you are being guided and shown will come. This is the time of linearizing, bringing it into the physical, discerning what is of value to bring into the physical, being disciplined to only align with the things that are 100% yes, not a no for you, and to bring order by doing one at a time. Only what you can handle, what you have energy for, and not worrying too much about the big picture. If you zone in on that momentary decision of what is in true, perfect alignment for you at this time, one step in front of the other in this energy organizes things to a perfected template. If every person on the planet allowed themselves to only make the choices that were healthy, whole, 100% in alignment to love, can you imagine what would happen instantaneously around the world if we all took one step in that direction of our hearts knowing? Divine feminines, emotionally, let your emotions be the guide. If it's peaceful, if it's alive, if it's galactic, if it's that authentic, go in that direction. Just take one step at a time. Each step you take, reassess, and then take another step based on the portals, possibilities, options that open to you as you take each step. That is all that is needed. What can we see for the divine feminines on the conscious mind regarding creation and illumination and home? Reciprocity, this is also a charitable card. So divine feminines, this is asking to be generous. Sometimes we entertain angels and we don't even know it. So at this time of year, divine feminines, give freely, be kind, don't get caught in the hustle bustle. Be conscious of your actions, be conscious of what you're giving your energy to. Is that 100% yes for you? Is it authentic? Is there somewhere you would rather be giving that would be more authentic? Make your decisions based on your heart's knowing at this time. And I'm not just talking about, holiday gifts and all of that, but your energy, your resources. Don't delude yourself. Be authentic always, consciously. Be conscious of it. If you're feeling low vibrational feelings, physical exhaustion, emotional struggle, emotional suffering, conflicting, confused thoughts, don't do those things. Really tune into that and understand why that's coming up for you. Magician and victory, and being more and more honest about what your thoughts and your emotions are telling you so that you can bring forward only the most aligned manifestations, and so that it is victorious when you do that. This is saying if you're making choices based on conscious alignment, head and heart alignment, that you will be seeing the results going forward. What can we see for the feminines? Light, wholeness, warmth, and well-being, golden seed. So you are planting the golden seed. This is also the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. That is such a beautiful measure of what to do accurately in any given moment. That is not narcissistic, to do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And ceremony, Chamber of Incantation. So this is a perfect time of year to write down all of the things on paper that you want to leave behind. I sometimes bring this up, but I'm going to say it again. If you really want to have a life-changing ceremony, write down everything that you've experienced that has to do with the energies of guilt and shame. Everything anybody has ever done to you, everything you've witnessed that has caused guilt and shame, everything that you've done to others that feels like guilt and shame, and burn it. This is a perfect time of year to do that on the solstice. So yeah, divine feminines, you are being asked to really get rid of anything from your psyche, from every level of your life that is not in alignment. Even just identifying those things is a perfect way to release them. But writing them out is very, very potent because it's getting them out of you. It's a physical representation and then sending them to the other side through fire. So yeah, divine feminines, it's time to take conscious accountability for those things. Sometimes we think just thinking the things in our mind is enough if we see it, so to speak. But I do encourage those that feel drawn to do that exercise to do so. What are the divine feminines' material realms, their physical environments bringing up and showing at this time? Oh, we get the Hierophant for the feminines too, so that is so mirrored. There are a lot of hustle and bustle energies around the feminines, so don't sweat the small stuff. Stay balanced, stay in self-love. Use this time of year as a perfect cue to walk that fine line between unconditional love of self and unconditional love of other. Let this higher spiritual knowing come in and show you what is what, divine feminines, in practical, everyday situations with family, friends, strangers on the street, all of it. You are walking with increasing presence, divine feminines. Celebrate where you match energy. Walk away from the things that are not a match. What can we see for the energetic support for the feminines? Union, clarity, knowledge, channeling, and unification. Let unity consciousness be your guide. Go towards the things that resonate on that level and stray away from the things that don't. If everybody went towards unity consciousness, aliveness, life-affirming connection, if we all took one step in that direction, do you know what would happen to the world instantaneously? We'd all get along. We would all get along. Instantly, we'd all get along. All right, let's see. Actually, let's do for this first day of, after the solstice, let's see what we can for how the divine perspective can. There's the Hierophant for the third time. We got it for the feminines and the masculines, and now the shared space. So let's get a message for the perfected templates. Where are the twins at consciously? What can they know for the conscious mind about the connection? What can the twins look at regarding their counterparts specifically and the energies? How can the counterparts look at or feel on the heart space, look at the feelings on the heart space for the connection and their counterparts specifically? How can the divine counterparts best look at manifestations in their own lives and towards this connection? How can they move in the world? What actions can they take in their own lives and towards this connection? What is the biggest challenge to consider and the solution? And what is the direction of the connections in the near future? Conscious mind for the connection. Okay, without further ado, everybody is being asked to look for more truth, more accuracy, without haste. Everybody, drop in, ask yourself, is there something that is not sitting right with me about this connection, about the way that I'm assessing this connection? Is there something that is hidden from me that would set me free, the truth that sets me free? Is there something that I need to be aware of that will remove some sort of a miscommunication, a heartache? This is saying if there is anything that can be cleared up, that you know you have control over, that you can make a difference. Is there anything that you can do without haste to set the record straight? This is also a feeling of possibly not communicating or not feeling to communicate right now. I'm going to get another one. Okay, the shadow side. There may have been a miscommunication between twins at this time. So if there's any heartache in any of the counterparts, this is saying that it is possibly not a test so much, but an illusion. And if we're taking things personally, if we're triggered right now, if something seems off, this is a message to really drop in and ask to be shown the truth, ask to see. If something just doesn't sit right with you twins, don't leave it sit. What was that? I used to hear it all the time. Don't go to bed angry. Don't have an argument and sleep on it. Life is too short to go to bed angry. I don't remember what that saying is. It's something like that. So about these connections, don't let illusion and devil energies step foot in these connections. Seek clarity, seek appropriate communication so that those things don't have a chance to get a foothold. What are the twins being asked to look at regarding their counterpart? Wow, devil energy is about union. So that's the second. The shadow card is also the devil. This can be Capricorn season, which we are in. So humility, strength. This is the eternal alignment, calming the beast, taming the beast. This can also be overcoming the devil energies. The strength card is always there when the devil's at play. Wow. So remember the unity, remember the unity consciousness. If these devil energies are there, if there are sticky feelings or yucky feelings in this dynamic, really ask, is there something that you can do that you can bring personal accountability for the way you're looking at things? Or is there a communication or a truth that you need to see that would stop this binding, heavy energy? Now, I'm not talking about karmic situations where there's abuse and all manner of things that you should actually remove yourself from. The devil energies here are not being afraid to, or the illusion that things are not harmonious. Abuse is different. Learn to know the difference. I wish I didn't have to use clarification in these scenarios, but there are a lot of people out there watching these videos, and in no way do I want to misguide people that abusive situations are twin flame dynamics. So for those on unconditionally loving high frequency paths with connection, when we get a misunderstanding, that is a devil energy. When we have assumptions, and we do have those in karmic situations. I'm not saying that karmic situations don't have these energies, but they have a lot more perpetuated actions and things. This is where there aren't actually any actions or intent, but there's still mixed signals. So divine counterparts, you are being asked to not be in the illusion. Don't tell yourself love isn't here. Don't play tricks, head games with yourself. Learn to spot the unity consciousness. Affirm the unity energy. Overcome the devil energies. Think and feel and act and speak through the lens of unity consciousness with your counterpart, and consider those interpretations of their actions. If it still doesn't line up, ask for the clarity. What can we see for the heart space for these connections? We're getting Three of Cups and Son of Pentacles. So this is perseverance. This is one foot in front of the other. This is the joy, the celebration. But this can be third-party situations as well. And the Lovers, higher love. So there is a foundation. I'm getting that there is a third contrasting energy, food for thought, that is allowing for the comparison of these connections versus karmic connections, the harmony here versus the discord in other scenarios. This is a sorting of the fruit. This is a proving of the higher love. Divine counterparts that may be confused as to which relationship to choose, which direction to go. The divine has said to me in my own meditation, which all of you can do. I'm not a special person. I mean, I am. We all are. But I'm not unique or rare or one of the only ones that can do this. You also have the power to drop into your knowing and ask questions, like I did when I said to the divine, what is the divine perspective of these twin flame connections contrasted with karmic situations? How do we know the difference? And the divine simply returned this sentiment: where the unconditional love lays, that relationship is closest to the throne of heaven. So each of us only know which counterpart, which person we have unconditional love for on our heart, and where we have other vibrations. So that is the energy here. Everyone, it's time for each of you to really look to your hearts to know which connection do you have unconditional love in. Which one inspires you to that? Which one brings that out in you? Which one aligns and resonates with you that way? In action and in deed, in your heart and your speech, which one tows you towards love? That one. That's the relationship. That's how you tell which one is the divine relationship. What can we see for the counterparts on the heart space? Wow, High Priestess and the Moon, both in the reverse. So there are mega energies coming to light right now. The contrast of compassion, mercy, humility versus all other things is being divulged right now. So on the heart space, is this person you're watching this reading for merciful, humble? Are they transparent? Are they genuine, authentic? Spiritual discernment. We have the High Priest and the High Priestess. These are inside job assessments. This is a very solstice-y reading, encouraging everyone to drop into the core knowing. This is a make or break twins. Whoever you're watching this for, it does not mean that they're not your counterpart if some of these energies are not aligning right now. But that's a beautiful way to put it, actually, because that should just easily and effortlessly allow each of us to just relax the grip on needing to be with anyone that isn't showing up in mutual, harmonic investment. If people aren't doing that, just allow. If you see that your counterpart is someone that can do that and isn't right now, just allow this to be what it needs to be right now. It's all energy. It's all energy. It's okay. We go through many cycles. We're balancing out. We're all ascending. But be realistic about it. Drop in, feel into it. And if you do see things worthy of appreciation, about the connection, about the actions and words and deeds, have gratitude, be in celebration. Even if you're not in a 3D relationship, or you don't know when that's going to happen or if it will happen, count your blessings. That is how you will be rewarded with more of the same, by seeing what those things are, by being mature with them, by being accountable for them. What you focus on grows. What are the counterparts being asked to wish for in their own right? Emotional transparency and the end of anxiety. When we suppress, avoid, dismiss, reject, resist our truth, we get anxiety. When we're honest with our emotions and we allow ourselves to embrace our truth, we get freedom. So this is keeping an open mind and allowing for emotional regulation, navigation, interpretation to direct the flow of the potentials. This is a card of being open to the potentials. This is putting down the need to know and basing each decision on our emotional feedback. Is it throwing me into suffering, or is it bringing me into my bliss? Go away from things that cause suffering, go towards things that cause freedom and joy. What is it we're being asked to manifest towards these connections? Sovereignty and reunion. Sovereignty within union. These two cards could appear like contradictions to someone who isn't familiar with energy. We have a coming together and a standing on our own. But that is exactly unity consciousness, holding our own while interacting from our truth. That is what we're being asked to manifest. This does not have to be hashed out, communicated, demanded, regulated, enforced, upheld. It is a knowing. It's a natural organization. It's a Taoist motion. It's an acceptance. It's a flow. And it's an inside job. When we do this, we remember what we gravitate towards and away from. It self-organizes. What can we see for, which one are we on? Yeah, the actions we're being asked to take. We get twin flames and kindness. It says stepping out of our comfort zone and really just showing up in simple, pure, basic, open-hearted, hopeful ways. Filling up our own bucket so we have it to give. This is that one step in the direction of love, in the direction of kindness. We don't have to figure it all out, but if we do these small gestures, one after another consistently, that is such a potent kung fu into the world. What are we being asked to do towards our twin connections? King of Pentacles. So this is the king that I've been hearing Rome wasn't built in a day internally through this whole reading, and this is the bricklaying pathway. Pentacles are the building blocks, and the page does start small. It does show up without the answers. It does put the effort in one at a time, not on this bigger scale. It takes discipline, it takes perseverance, it takes sincerity to become the King of Pentacles, and it takes this intrinsic motivation. It takes a truth and desire on a heart level to show up and become this, one step at a time. And so we are being asked to look at, and then we get reunion, the Six of Cups again. So this is coming, but it is about building this constitution within and authentically desiring to do it just for the joy. Look at how happy this self-made King of Pentacles is, because they have done it for their own reasons, not for the approval or the acclaim or acceptance of others. Reunion is secondary, but it is also this inner child healing that does not give the power away, that says, I am worthy of doing this for my own reasons, because they're my reasons and I love myself. And that brings us into alignment with others. When we choose ourselves and we delight in that. What is the biggest challenge for the counterparts at this time? Progress and communicating the progress between the counterparts. There are lots of paradigms of segregation on the planet that don't allow us to feel like our preferences and our heart's desires are worthy. We are hesitant, we are fearful, we are superstitious about telling others what we want to do and allowing ourselves to go for it. We hold ourselves back all of the time. This is a challenge. This progress, this internal progress that gives ourselves permission to go towards the things that we know we're feeling drawn to do. So this is about trusting ourselves, about honoring that, about the practice, the discipline to do this consistently so it becomes a way of life. This is the karmic truth, is that we keep ourselves stalled and stagnant and playing small when we don't understand how damaging that can be, when we don't contribute our best, our heartfelt, sincere best into the world. It has a karmic backlash. We settle. We create things that we only do for duty. We harbor resentment, resistance. We are begrudgingly moving in the world when we're not following our hearts. That is a tough, high price to pay. That is the challenge for all of us heart-centered lovers in the world to continually go towards the things that set us free from that drudgery of a reality that fucking sucks. What's the solution? And the heartache can step into the light, bring consciousness to these things, to open our hearts, to say no more to missing the mark, guesswork, half-ass living. Really get in touch with authentic truth, our wishes deep within, Nine of Cups, that internal knowing. We had the Nine of Cups a moment ago about doing things for our own heartfelt reasons. We get that again. Only you know what really is in alignment with your heart, with your specific situation. Go in that direction. Your heart knows the way. Go in that direction. What is the direction these connections are going in the near future? Victory and communication. There is some mighty progress coming into these connections. Yeah, freeing our minds from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Let's get one more card for everybody. What can we see, Divine Creator, for the Twin Collective? Upper World in the inverse. That is a card 59. Okay. Angels, divine helpers, and ancient ones, and all varieties of luminous beings populate the upper world. It is the place where you go to retrieve your destiny and to find out who you will become. Discover your great potentials and undreamt of possibilities. It's also the place where spirits of the dead arrive when they complete their journey to the light. Ask your divine helpers for guidance. If the oracle has already spoken to you, do not ask for more guidance. Take what is offered. Now you must deal with the lethargy and idleness. While support for a new destiny is not yet in place, a new destination is available to you if you act now. So this is taking that next step that each of us knows is that step in the right direction. Whatever that may be, however counterintuitive to what you think you should be doing, don't hold back. Take that next step. Do the thing your heart is telling you to do. Many blessings, everyone. Bye for now.